Yeah, I'm happy to talk about World IPv6 Day. This is June 8th, 2011, and we're very interested in making it a World IPv6 Day. So if you're a website owner here and are interested in getting your website online on IPv6, I would love to hear from you. So let me talk a little bit about what it is. Some major content providers got together and said, we are going to make IPv6, make our websites IPv6 accessible for 24 hours on June 8th, 2011. So Google, Facebook, and Yahoo are all going to turn on IPv6 on their main page, www.google.com, www.yahoo.com, www.facebook.com. They're going to leave it on for 24 hours and turn it back off. They're not going to be turning off IPv4, so if you're an IPv4 user, you'll still be able to get to their website. It's not about being a flag day for IPv6, and it's not about making IPv4 retire. It's about testing the internet at internet scale for the use of IPv6. So we hope, and we have seen, that this kind of activity is going to motivate a lot of other people to get moving with IPv6, and I hear that a lot. If you go to our website, and I have the URL for the website a little bit later, and sign up to be a participant, all of that email comes to me, so I talk to everybody who's interested in participating. And I hear a lot of very interesting things. People are very excited about it. People sign up and say, yeah, I'm going to get my website ready, and I host 2 other websites, and I'm going to talk to them about getting it ready. And I hear from networks who are saying, yeah, we're accelerating our IPv6 deployment. By Google, Facebook, and Yahoo all saying that they are going to do this at the same time, everybody realizes that this is a level of seriousness of commitment that is much higher than anything we've seen before. So that secondary goal of getting people moving is really working out. It's an opportunity for the internet industry to collaborate. So this should lay the groundwork for full, regular IPv6 deployment on quite a large scale. And it's important to point out that this isn't the first time it's been done. HISA did this in Germany in October, and there are 2 newspapers in Norway that did this in November. Both of them did it. They turned it on for 24 hours, then turned it off. They analyzed their logs, and a short while later, they decided to turn it on and leave it on permanently. And I've talked to a few people who fully plan to do that. They actually have a schedule for when they're going to get it turned on. So it's very exciting. So what's the motivation for doing this? Well, when you're a content provider that's the size of Google, Facebook, or Yahoo, you have millions and millions of subscribers, or millions and millions of visitors. And if there is some connectivity problem, you know what it is, and you kind of know how to measure it, and they've been measuring it. And right now, the observation is that some small percentage of users will not be able to connect to your website if you turn on IPv6. For a website such as ours, ISOC.org, it's not very much. There aren't many people that are affected. But when you've got the number of visitors that Google do, even though the percentage is very, very small, the number is very, very large. So this creates a disincentive to turn your website on unilaterally. All of these folks look at this and say, I can't just do this by myself. If other people do it at the same time, so that if somebody has a connectivity problem because of IPv6, they're more likely to figure out that it's their problem rather than a problem with Google or Yahoo or Facebook. Then it's a win-win. It's a net win. People will discover that they've got connectivity problems and move towards fixing it. So it's an exercise in collaboration, just like the internet has always been an exercise in collaboration. This is a very large-scale one. So what do you want to do, or where do you go if you want to participate? There's the URL. If you're a website owner and would like to get your website online with IPv6, go there, fill out a form. Basically, I'm looking for a URL for a main page, so I'm not interested in IPv6.website.com. I'm interested in website.com. I'll need contact information for a network engineer in case there are any issues that come up. And I'm also asking people to create a page or a blog entry on their website that talks about why IPv6 is important for their business. We're doing some stuff with network operators also, so that's going to be a longer term thing. It's not quite as obvious how a network operator does something just for that one particular day. Of course, if you're a network operator and have a website, we're happy to turn that on. So contact us if you're interested in participating. Also, if you're planning to do some measurements or testing, there are several people have contacted us and said, this would be a great opportunity for us to measure connectivity, and we're making the information available about all the people who are participating so people can measure off of that. And we're going to have a status web page on the day that will show all of these websites that are on the list and whether or not they're in fact reachable over IPv6. So we would like you to help us make it a global IPv6 day. And just a summary of what we've seen. This is as of last Friday. I was sitting there earlier today, and these numbers are even higher just from this morning. But about 300 different entities have contacted us so far. There's a lot of excitement. I've had some people contact me who said we're going to bring hundreds of websites online, so that's really great. We've created space on the website for people who are already running IPv6. There are quite a few. And we've created space for networks, hosting companies, et cetera, who offer a commercial v6 service so people can find out about it. And people are organizing local things in their own region. So you'll find a link to some folks in Japan that have got some things going and some folks in Slovenia. And we've already seen interest from every continent. I've talked to somebody on, well, every inhabited continent. I've talked to somebody on every inhabited continent, and I think that we will have websites from all of them, and we're very excited about it. And that's all I have to say. Any questions?
Thank you, Phil. It's a really interesting event. I have a couple of questions, since we're interested in trying to do this in Sweden as well. One thing, when do the 24 hours start? To be exact, I mean...
0 UTC,
yeah.
June 8th.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
right, and it runs to 23:59.
So that we won't use the Swedish time. I mean, that would be...
Right.
That's perfect. Any more details? As Phil says, feel free to contact as well ISOC, but we're going to do this as a Swedish event as well, so I'm going to switch over to Swedish and do some more details. So for Phil, applaud.
Thank you.